before I start your report here on what you can expect in March, I just want to bring a little announcement, and that is now there's available 4 different reports that you can choose from. It's the Lover's Report, which can see how you're affecting each other astrologically, right? A synastry chart. There is a calendar, there is a transit chart, which comes up with all the peak dates pertaining to your own personal chart, of course. And then there is the year ahead, starting from the month that you order it. So these are very exciting. It's a collaboration that I'm having here now with this company, and I know him as an astrologer, which has been out there more than 40 years. He's super good. I ordered his reports back in 93, right? So it's something that I know that you can become very excited about as well. But we're going to dive in for your month now for March, but watch to the end because I'll scroll through those reports so that you can see it. You can check it out for yourself and see what it is maybe that you can expect. So let's get on with you, Aries. Now this month here of March, you're going to be dreaming, and you're going to be dreaming big. Why do I say that? Well, that is the planets that you have going on in your 12th house, right? You have Venus, Sun, Neptune, and you got the new moon, right? And that new moon on the 13th is going to be super imaginative because not only is it running through the sign of Pisces, but it is also conjuncting Neptune in the 12th house, triple whammy, big dream. And I want you to think that the sky is the limit, because right now your imagination on the 13th, leading up to it, mind you, okay, give it a couple of days as it's transiting through that 12th house until it hits. But yes, your dream state, not only nocturnal dreams, but it's also your daydreams, it's your power of envisioning, it's also extremely spiritual and very telepathic, okay? You might be feeling these heart palpitations in your heart that something is coming. You know, you might know who is calling you on the phone even before that phone rings. That kind of thing. Now you're going to get a little taste of how it is to feel like a true Piscean because of this. You got the sun there, you got Venus there, you got the new moon. Neptune is already there and will be for a long time. This is your creative time right now, this month. And I want you to actually take it all out. You know, don't think at end results because that might limit you. We don't want that. We want you to just go for it. Dive in, you know, give it your best. And then you can always analyze it in the aftermath, because the opposite end of Pisces is Virgo, and Virgo, we know, is very pedantic, right? And paying attention to all these little details and so forth. And then we end up overthinking. It's good with the Piscean energy to balance it with Virgo, right? But don't overthink it. Just dive into those creative juices and then sort it out later on. What I also see here for you, Aries, is it's going to be a social month, a big social month in that sense. We have Jupiter and Saturn, which is there for more of the long term, which on one note is expanding your field of friendships. Maybe new people coming in that can be very beneficial for you. Jupiter always seems to have our back, right? And which is a great thing. But Saturn, on the other hand, is kind of like putting a little few restrictions. And if you are noticing that you are putting some restrictions on some people in your life, well, Saturn's there just to kind of weed them out for your own good for the long run. Jupiter wants to bring people, not necessarily just in high places, which of course Jupiter will, but people who are more at the same frequency as you are, okay? That joyful, happy-go-lucky, somebody who's optimistic, positive, and whatnot. So Saturn's kind of trying to weed out those people who are negative or downers in many ways, or resentful or jealous that where you're going, because you're going places, Aries, right? So there's this feeling of push-pull for a while. That is okay. Just go with your heart. Again, you know, this is where the center of everything lays. This is our intuition. When we have those heart palpitations, that heart chakra energy. Well, yes, Mercury, was retrograde there in February in your 11th house. So there might have been people from your past popping up. Unfinished business. Sometimes, yes, things go haywire, especially because this Mercury retrograde was in Aquarius, which is ruled by Uranus, which rules everything technological. So whether your smartphones were having problems, your PC, whatever the deal was, we know how that goes. So hopefully you're climbing back on board here in March. And it is moving forward. I would like to say just there at the end of February, sorry. At the end of February, you might have had some kind of business dealings or money coming in. I feel there could be a bump up in that sense. That could have been pretty good for you, a little awesome. And let me tell you where that's coming from now. Mars in your second house for money and income, and Pluto, which tells me that you're transforming everything that's about you, everything that is about where you're wanting to go, your long-term ambitions, goals, and so forth. Pluto's been transforming this for you now for quite a few years, right? And there's been times where things have dried up, been difficult and complicated, and not wanting to do this or that, and feeling, gotta branch out into a new direction. Well, hey, listen, here at the end of February, and as you're moving into March, you will see there must be some notification either of, say, a promotion. Maybe it's a new business contact that could be very important to you, but there could be a deal that in many ways could actually open up the gateway for money. Mars likes that, especially when it's powered up by Pluto, which is like big time. It's big time. Pay attention. If you're listening to this forecast on the February end, look at where you're heading towards that last week of February, okay? Just to see what is coming in, what you're hearing, what you're seeing. Maybe there might even be things online that synchronistically kind of lines up for you so that you can see where the possibility of this money is coming. But it could be a promotion. And in that sense, that's all good too, because why? Well, Aries, you deserve it. And listen, this goes for all of you who have Aries sun, Aries moon, Aries rising, right? This will affect all of you. And of course, since we have very positive and cut through aspects this month, I would like to say, go listen to your moon and your rising sign. The planets are the same, but they shift in your chart and where they're going to show up. So if we have this career money aspect going on in your sun chart, where is this Pluto Mars showing up elsewhere in your chart? Your moon chart will show that. Your rising sign will show that. So you got three big places right now that can be hitting home, and of course you want to capture that, right? So the new moon, time for envisioning. It's time for intentions. And we were talking about that being in your 12th house, all about your dreams, right? And we can't manifest anything without dreaming it up first. We have to see it here, right? So the power of visualization for you, the strongest one of all in the Zodiac this month, is you, Aries. Use it. Use it. Dream, envision, send it out there to the universe, and then affirm it by saying, I am ready to receive. Right? Yes. And the new moon, of course, is the 13th, March 13th. The full moon on the 28th is showing up in your relationship house. So that could be flooded with a certain event taking place. You might feel even stronger attraction to your partner or finding a new partner if you're single. But that is the area of illumination on the 28th. So listen, it was wonderful connecting with you, and you might want to go to that my website to kind of check in on these reports, especially the lovers reports, for those of you who are out there in the dating world wanting to know, who is he or she? Do they collab with you in a good way or not, right? Sometimes we can see there's good aspects, but if there's very difficult aspects in a partner synastry chart, well, we want to heed those messages because we will live to experience it. So that, and of course the transit chart. If you don't want a personal live reading from me like so many of you do on every 3-month basis for your transits, I'm always still available for that. But if you want that printout where you can see all the dates with little snippets, go for it. Great one. Also for that full year ahead. So guys, thank you for watching this month's forecast. Make sure to smash that button and get the notification bell as well for new upcoming reports. And I will see you next month. But head to the website if you're wanting one of those special reports. You'll find the link down below in the description or just right up above. See you in April.